This is the main school building in Szöd, a village near Budapest. But as pupils, Zsolt and Attila Berki did not spend much time here.
I like football, so I'd come up here and ask the Hungarians, can I join in? And they'd say, no, you can't. As gypsies, they wouldn't let us.
On the pretext of ability-based segregation, the gypsies, or rather Roma, enrolled at Szöd school were taught instead in this building, a few hundred yards away. With just 3 days teaching a week at best, it was not a place where you could hope to catch up.
I'm nearly 25, and I can barely read or write. I mean, I can write my own name, but that's about it.
I can't even do that.
With backing from the NGO Chance for Children, mothers in the area formed a committee to sue for compensation and ensure that 29 local Roma who are currently at school age do get educated properly.
It's thanks to us as parents that our children are not being taught in fire stations or storerooms, but in normal schools with normal teachers teaching them. This is not thanks to the government or the Prime Minister, but to ourselves.
When it takes sustained grassroots action like this just to see existing anti-discrimination laws implemented, it's understandable that Hungarian Roma tend to be sceptical about their government's intentions. Yet Budapest insists it will use its EU presidency to equip Europe with a comprehensive Roma strategy. For the minister in charge, poor education is not just down to racism, but is part of a vicious cycle of poverty and ghettoization.
Joined up is the buzzword. We would like the EU to provide a system that would make it easier to use its resources so that the three key areas, living circumstances, getting work and education, would be treated as a joined-up complex of three.
Roma integration is a burning political issue here. In Hungary's magnificent parliament, the hardline Jobbik party now has 47 seats. Its promise to eradicate so-called Roma crime was a big hit at last year's general election. On the other hand, though, Budapest is also home to the European Roma Rights Centre, lobbying fiercely for the presidency to deliver on its promise.
When we discussed the European Roma strategy at EU level, we also put forward recommendations that link the EU funding to not allowing member states to continue to violate fundamental rights.
Often misconceptions about the Roma are used to justify denying them those rights. Isabela MICHALACHE shows us a calendar depicting the real face of modern Roma life. Most Roma, like her, are settled. But unlike her, too many are settled in insalubrious, crime-ridden slums, still waiting for Europe to come up with a plan that member states would really stick to.